Thank you for joining me today for this week's Zhuang Tzu study. He climbed the hill of hidden heights, so he went to look for the Tao in the void, in the darknesses. Remember the Tao Te Ching chapter 1, Lao Tzu talks about Xuan, darkness, Xuan Ji Yu Xuan, Zheng Miao Jing Men. The darkness was within darkness. That is the gate to all mystery. And there, by the water of darkness, in the hill of hidden heights, he by chance came upon, let's say, this person. This name is Wu Wei Wei. Wu Wei. Now we know this Wu Wei very well, right? You can consider this as a poor philosophy of Taoism. Wu Wei. Wei means say something, speak, say something, speak. So no doing and no speaking. We can say do nothing, say nothing. This is what this person's name is. So knowledge asked Wu Wei Wei to do nothing, say nothing. Knowledge said, there are something I'd like to ask you. What sort of pondering, what sort of thoughts or considerations does it take to know the Tao? What should I think? How should my brain work? What should I ponder if I want to know the Tao? So what kind of place should I live in? What kind of behavior that I should be following that will be according to Tao? The second question. And the third question, what practice I should do, what path I should follow to get me to the Tao. And do nothing, say nothing, did not answer him. So knowledge asked again. Still no answer. He asked a third time. Again, no answer. It's thought that do nothing, say nothing does not want to answer him. Zhuang Tzu said, Bu Ji Dao Yi means he doesn't know how to answer these questions. Again, let's connect with Tao Te Ching chapter 1. Lao Tzu says, Dao ke Dao, Fei Chang Dao, means the Tao that can be spoken is not the constant Tao. So knowledge did not get an answer from do nothing, say nothing. At the north, where is the river of darkness. So he turned around and he went southward, and he came to Bai Shui, the wide water, the water of the light. So he didn't find anything in the darkness, so he turned around and he came to the water of the light. There he climbed up to the mountain that is called Tao, Thoughts Dismissed. And he met another person, and this person's name is Wild and Foolish. So knowledge asked the same three questions that he asked do nothing, say nothing. to this person Wild and Foolish. And Wild and Foolish said, "Oh, I know the answer to your question. However, just as I'm about to tell you, I forgot what I was about to say." So again, knowledge failing to get any answers, returned to the imperial palace where the Yellow Emperor resides. He did not find answer in the darkness. He did not find answer in the light. So he went back to the human kingdom. So the Yellow Emperor was considered the ancestor, the forekin of the Chinese people. And he was considered to be a very wise person. Knowledge was thinking maybe he'll get the answer from the Yellow Emperor. So again he asked these three questions. And Yellow Emperor replied, "Only when there is no pondering, no thoughts, no considerations, will you get to know the Tao. There is no practice, no specific place you go that will make you behave according to the Tao. And there is no path and no path or procedure that can get you to the Tao." So he finally got the answer from the Yellow Emperor. Knowledge said to the Yellow Emperor, "Oh, so you and I, we know the answers, but those two, Do Nothing, Say Nothing, and Wild and Foolish, they didn't know the answer. So which of us is right?" And the Yellow Emperor replied, "The one who truly is right is Do Nothing, Say Nothing. Do Nothing, Say Nothing is the one who did not give any answer to the knowledge. And Wild and Foolish, the second person, he's 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 closed to know the Tao. But you and I, so the knowledge and the Yellow Emperor, we are nowhere near the Tao. So the one who has the answers are nowhere near the Tao." And he continued to explain. The Yellow Emperor is still speaking. "Those who know do not speak. Those who speak do not know. Therefore," he says, "Sheng Ren Shi Bu Yan Ji Jiao." The true master teaches not with words, because the true master notices whatever words are spoken are not the true Tao. What I read here, this reminds me of a book that's one of the four classics in Chinese culture called The Journey into the West. And one of the main characters, Monkey King, some people have already know the book or seen a play based upon this book. This book is about a monk, Chipitaka, who was helped by a Monkey King, a pig, and the sand dragon, and a little dragon who changes into a horse. So the five of them went west to seek truth. They want to bring the truth back to China. They went through 81 challenges, 81 obstacles. And finally, they get to the West and they met the Buddha. And the Buddha says, since you passed all these obstacles, it means you're ready to receive the truth. So the Buddha gave them some scrolls, like in a book shape, about a book. This is the truth. So you can bring it back to China. So the story has these five, they're not all people, right? These five beings, as they're walking back, they decide to take a look at the book. And they open up the books. They're all blank. None of the books has any words. The Buddha has tricked us. He gave me something fake. See, there's no words. So, uh, so they got very angry. So they went back to the Buddha saying, "You must have given us the wrong book." The Buddha says, "Okay, so here." He gives them another batch. Bring these books back, says the Buddha. So the five things they check out this, they feel good because there's words, right? So these are the true Buddha sutras to bring back. They're very happy. They went off on their way. And so the Buddha taught his disciples, saying, they are not ready to receive the real truth. So I had to give them some book with words. And that will hopefully help them eventually come to realize that the book, the blank page, the book of no words, is the real truth. Wasn't that a fun story? I really like that twist towards the end there. Okay, so I digressed a little bit, so let's go back. So he says, the Yellow Emperor says, the Tao cannot be described in words. And the virtue means our behavior and the way we do things, also cannot be explained in a fixed way. And he says, Ren. Ren means kindness. Yi means just. Li. Li means politeness. So those are all, in a way, good virtues. However, they can be faked, or they can be manipulated, or they can be used by people for their own gain. And the Yellow Emperor says, therefore, we have that phrase, and the phrase goes, when the Tao was lost, then there was virtue. When virtue was lost, then there was benevolence. When benevolence was lost, then there was righteousness. When righteousness was lost, then there was rituals, or ways to help people, to give strength to people, to do the right thing. This chapter, I felt I was very close to. You can really bring this chapter in front of you, and then bring the Tao Te Ching in front of you. You can pretty much find all the phrases in both books, at least the very same meaning. In Tao Te Ching chapter, Lao Tzu says, Da Dao Feng Lao Ren Yi means when the Tao is lost or when nobody is following the Tao anymore, that is when benevolence, the kindness, or the just appeared. Means people need to set up with this behavior if this behavior is just. Only when we have lost the Tao, we can see pretty much the same thing as here what Zhuang Tzu is saying. Therefore, the Yellow Emperor is continuing to say, Wei Dao Zhi Sui Su. So this is a very popular phrase now. Wei Dao Zhi Sui Su Ren. Those who want to practice the Tao every day, they should become less and less suen. Yi means something you increase. You take away, you decrease. I remember the words are saying, bottom words saying, practicing the Tao is not doing addition. It's doing subtraction. So through basically here the Yellow Emperor is already talking about how to, as one of the knowledge questions, how to way to get to the Tao. To get to the Tao, Isui, every day. Every day we take away a little bit of, imagine a mirror that is covered with dust. So every day we take a little bit off. Every day we take a little bit off. Over time, eventually, we will become the original clear mirror that we are. Our true self, our true nature is Suren Ji Yo Suren Yi Ju Wo Ri, means you subtract, little by little, eventually you get to Wu Wei. That's what we're talking about at the beginning, right? Wu Wei means no effort, or no effort, no intention that is coming out of our mind, our ego. Wu Wei or Wu Bu Wei means no effort, yet there is nothing that is not done, that is complete. Even though we use just a short phrase saying Taoism philosophy, saying the core is Wu Wei, however, some people take that as Wu Wei, do nothing. Whatever happens, I'm just going to sit back and do nothing, and see what happens. But here, the whole picture is Wu Wei or Wu Wei. When we can totally enrich the level of Wu Wei, that's when we can truly Wu Wei. There is nothing that cannot be done, and it's all going to be done in an appropriate way. So there is more to this story. I hope that you enjoyed this section, and I feel that this story deserves us to not to skim through, however, Daiyin, but almost as if this is a summary of Zhuangzi's philosophy. Okay, so that's it for today. Have a wonderful week, everybody. I will see you next week. Take care. Bye.